Hey guys, you are here with Denitra, and you guys are in my craft room again. And so for this video, I want to show you guys my go-to crafting essentials. I am very frugal. I like to say cheap, but frugal might be a nicer word when it comes to crafting, because sometimes you just don't have the money to go and splurge on a lot of things. So I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I've been using that just help me craft. They are essentials and staples in my crafting, and you guys see me use them often in my videos, so I'm going to explain why I might use certain things. Is glue. I always get questions about glue, and I lost my tacky glue here. Oh no, it's on the side. So I always get questions about glue, and so I used to use ATG and like tape runners and stuff like that, but I don't use that anymore, because I just really can't afford to continuously stock, the tapes and things. So wet glue is something very inexpensive. This is school glue. It's like $1 at the dollar store. It all works the same to me. My cards don't have warping or anything like that. If you just smooth, the glue out, a paintbrush or whatever would work fine. Then you don't get those bumps and wrinkles, which is why I think people don't use a lot of wet glue. And it's cheap and inexpensive. Another glue that I like to use is tacky glue. I stopped using tacky glue because the packaging, I didn't like the packaging at first. It was in a bottle, and the top was like this small, and I always find myself losing those little bitty tops, and my glue would end up getting, dried out and stuff. So they've redid this cap. It's a lot bigger, and it'd be a lot harder to lose. And the tip is, skinnier, and it's in a squeeze bottle. So the glue is always, gonna be down toward the bottom, so you don't have to constantly like shake and all that. So thank you, Aleene's Tacky Glue, for revamping the bottle. I think it's my favorite again. So yeah. Another thing I like to use is a glue stick. I use glue stick when I am using, when I need to glue down a larger surface, and I want all the edges, to be, stuck down seamlessly. I'll use a glue stick. It dries quick, and you can cover a large area with this jumbo tube. You can get this from Walmart as well. The Aleene's Tacky Glue you can get from Walmart too. Let's see, scissors. I like my Tim Holtz Tonic Scissors. I've bought these. I keep looking away from the camera because there's a TV behind me, and it's hooked into my camera, and so I can see what you guys see now. I don't have to, because before I was getting up, looking behind the camera, making sure it was in view, and then come back sitting down. Or even if like I was crafting, I would have to, get up from my desk and look, and so this is just so much easier. But I'm gonna have to remember not to look at the TV, but to look at the cameras. So anyway, when I'm doing this face to camera video. But anyway, my Tim Holtz Tonic Scissors, I've had these for a really long time. They're starting to get a little old. I don't know if you can see right here. The blades are starting to get a little rugged, just because I cut so many things with them, and because they're really old. So I might replace these in the next year or so, but they work really well, and I've had them for, I don't know, 6-7 years, forever. Another thing that I used to use to like rip or cut down paper is my ruler. You guys see me use this a lot. I first saw Mercy Tiara here on YouTube use the ruler to cut paper. I like the way she used it, because it gave like a little bit of a distress, edge on the end of the paper, without making it look too grungy. And so that's why I initially started using it. But then I realized that I wasn't going for my trimmer a lot, and I was saving my trimmer blade by using the ruler. So that's why I use this most of the time. I will use my trimmer when I need an exact measurement. If I know I need exactly, 4 by 5 inch pieces of paper or whatever, then I'll use my trimmer. So a ruler. This is a quilting ruler, by the way. It was longer, but it broke in half. So let's see, another thing, I use a stapler a lot with layering. Sometimes you're not sure if you really want that paper to go on top of this pattern, or if you want this behind that. And so instead of gluing it down, you can just staple it and that stapling it will keep it together, and that way you can move, you know, the big piece together around without committing to it unless you really want it there. And if you don't like it, you can always just flip whatever over and just peel back the, you know, the staple. It saves you time, it saves you glue and paper, and it's just a great way to you know, just save yourself some time. I also use staple for the fact of just using a staple. Sometimes you'll see me cross staples. And to me, that's like a little decoration. So there's that. Another thing is ink. I like Distress ink. To put ink on the edges of my paper, I use this. This is from Ranger. They make this. It's like a huge sheet of it. It's like thick foam on the back, and then squishy foam on the. Cut them really small, and I can have a gazillion of them out of that. The sheet is like 8.5 by 11. I'll try to link it below if I find it in store. Paper a lot. It's my go-to white paper. Whenever I need a white layer, I use copy paper. If I don't need that layer to be thick, like a cardstock, like a card base, then I'll use copy paper because it's inexpensive. It gets the job done. I mean, if you just want like a white outline, use copy paper. It's cheap, it's inexpensive, of course, and you can replace it. This 500 sheets should last a really long time. And yeah, I use it a lot. And use is sewing thread. This is white. Sometimes I'll use colored. I think I've only used like black, or I think I've used like gold thread before as well. And all I do is I just take it, cut it, and then I just kind of roll it together, just like this, and glue it on the card. It adds so much, like, I don't know, delicateness, I guess you could say, to your cards and projects. It adds, you know, texture, just a lot of dimension, just with something so simple as thread. So I use that a lot on my cards, if you guys haven't noticed. It's just sewing thread, and it does add a little bit of embellishment to your card. Next is this Zig, what is it? Zig memory system. It's a pen. Trying to see, that's the backwards. Okay, so Zig. I bought this in a pack. It had several different, excuse me, it had several different, what do you call it, points, sizes. This is 03. I use this for writing. It's a perfect size for writing. It's not too big, not too skinny. And I also use the bigger ones to use on my, you know, colored images. If I need to go in and make, you know, lines darker on a stamped image, I'll do that. I might also use them for black hair. Just a great tool to have. Just like a set of black kind of, they're like marker. It's pigment ink, acid-free, archival quality for scrapbooking and drawing, pure black. It's like a really thin marker. Okay. And I forgot to talk about my bone folder, but it's just a regular bone folder. I used to have a natural bone folder. I think I got it from Stampin' Up, but I lost it. And so when I kept forgetting to order one, to order the same one again, and when I went, I went in, I think Joann's I got this from, and I saw, oh, a bone folder, and it was cheap, and I've had it for a really long time. So no need to go and spend a lot of money on something so simple. Alright, so that is the end of this episode in the craft room. If you guys have anything you want me to talk about or show you guys in my next installment, let me know. I am open to suggestions and requests, of course. If you have any questions or comments, always leave them down below. I try to respond to every comment. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I make it a priority to respond to every single comment. So whenever I upload a new video, that's when the video that was previously uploaded, that's when I comment back, unless it's like a question. I always, you know, answer those. So leave comments, like, subscribe, share the video. Hope you guys got some tips and ideas on how to save money. And yeah, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next installment of In the Craft Room. Bye.